Hi guys, welcome back to Buttons and Bows. Today I'm going to be talking about my top 5 berry lipsticks. Before I get on with the video, firstly I'm going to probably refer to them as winter lipsticks, but obviously like anything in makeup, you wear what you want whenever you want. Just because I'm referring to them as winter shades, feel free to wear them throughout the rest of the year. I probably would rock a winter lip, or I can say like I would rock like a berry lip even in the summer, like maybe on a night out, something like that. So there is absolutely nothing that is specific for one period of time. You can do what you want whenever you like. In the words of Jaclyn Hill, you do you, screw the rest. So I just want to make that clear that I'm probably going to call them winter. So I'm going to talk about my top 5 berry lipsticks. I don't really have a favourite, I don't think. These are all like, I like all of them for different occasions, different times, to create different looks. They're not all the same by any means, and I hope you really enjoy them. Let me know your thoughts and any comments down below. I hope you enjoy my selection. The first lipstick I'm going to talk about is actually more of a stain, and this is the Revlon Colour Stay Moisture Stain. And what's nice about this particular shade is it's more of a stain for starters, which is quite nice because what it means is that you can make this as sheer as you like. I mean, it's not a particularly sheer shade anyway, but you can sheer it out, or you can add more layers to create what I've got at the moment, which is more opaque. Some people say they do streak on them. I've got quite dry lips, so I don't know whether that helps maybe, but I haven't found that it streaks. I find that it actually wears quite nicely, and because it is a stain, it doesn't end up going patchy or anything on me. There is a bit of a sticky consistency to it. I've kind of got used to it, to be honest, but if you aren't a fan of that, then maybe you won't like these. In terms of the actual berry shade, I think this is really nice. It's really wearable. I think I could probably actually wear this because it's really nice and glossy. I think I could probably get away with this during the day, maybe not to work, but if I was going, I don't know, to like, if I was, lunching with my girlfriends, then I would really like this. Because it is sticky, sometimes when you eat or drink, it will come away, but it's really nice to apply. As I say, it's one of those things that you can probably slap on quite quickly without being precise. So if you like that kind of easy wear sort of lip, then this is absolutely great for you. Next one, this I'm now going to a completely different product, is the Maybelline Colour Dramas. Now this actually, the lid came off in my bag, which is why this looks a bit manky, but it looks like this. And this is in the shade, what are you called? Very Much. Typical. And these are really matte, long lasting, gorgeous lip pencil. Well, it's literally a lipstick, isn't it? It's a stick of lip product. These are really great. As I say, I used to have these in my bag all the time until this lid came off and it went everywhere and it was just horrible. But the shade itself is really nice. It lasts really nicely on the lips. They are basically a dupe of the NARS ones. I can't remember the name of them now, but this shade in particular is really nice, very wearable, very comfortable. This shade, I think this is slightly deeper than the other one. The other one is a bit more kind of pink based, whereas this is true berry purple, and it's really gorgeous. They are a fraction of the price of the NARS ones, really long lasting, really nice, and I think I'm probably going to show you my whole collection of these actually, because I've got quite a few. They're really great. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. There's a really good shade range of these, but this berry one is actually probably my favourite shade out of all of the ones that I own. It's really, really lovely. Next, I have a high-end one for you. This is the YSL Rouge Volupté Shine lipstick, and this is in shade 2. I don't think they've got names actually, the Shine ones. This is just shade 2. Obviously the packaging is gorgeous. Because it's the Shine one, it means that they're a bit more sheerer than the normal Rouge Volupté ones, and more sheerer than the others that I've shown you. Just looks like this. Obviously really beautiful. It's probably the nicest out of all of them on the lips, as you would expect, because they are so much more expensive. And also I think if you're a bit shyer about wearing a berry lip, This would be really rare. I mean, obviously because it's more expensive, it's not probably your natural trial purchase that you would go for, but this formula is really nice. I mean, I've got bright colours, dark colours, everything in this formula, and I think they're all daytime appropriate because they are really subtle, they're really nice to wear, and I think they give something a little bit different because they're not matte like what you would expect maybe from a berry lip. I think this offers something really nice, or something a little bit different, and again, because you know the quality of the lipstick's really very nice. Because it is sheer and a bit more glossy, it doesn't last as well as the matte ones, but it just depends on your own preference. I really like this formula. I would wear this more during the day, whereas I'd wear a matte one during the night. That's my personal preference, but this one is really beautiful. If you like the YSL lipsticks, I would recommend this shade. Again, that was shade 2. Number 4 is this Rimmel one. This is the Moisture Renew in Glam Plum Fulham 470. They reformulated these, they did new packaging, they reformulated the product, and now they're really nice and smooth and shiny, and you can see how much I've used this because I love it. Obviously as I'm talking about them, I'm wearing all of the lipsticks as well. Again, really nice for high street. It's it just does what it says. It's quite moisturising. It doesn't last that well because it is a more moisturising formulation. It doesn't last as well as the mattes, as I've said about the others. For me, it's just quite a handy product. Like on a night out, it's one of those that just goes in my bag. One of those, if I want a berry lip, it's generally the one that I grab if I want a berry lip because it is so comfortable. But having said that, out of all of them, I still wouldn't say this is my favourite. It's just for convenience, it's the one that I pick up because it is so cheap. Yeah, it's really nice. This probably rivals like MAC Rebel, that kind of thing. I don't actually have MAC Rebel in this collection to show you. I don't own it, I don't ever want to. I think there are high street alternatives that are just as good. But yeah, it's great. It does exactly what you want it to do. If you want a moisturising berry, like deep berry tone, this is that's a lipstick as opposed to a stain, then this is really great. Then lastly, I've just realised I brought 6 with me, but I've got rid of one, so this is going to be my 5th one. And again, this is another Rimmel lipstick. How many have I got here? Oh no, only 2 Rimmel. And again, you can see how much I've used of this. This is a matte one, so this is part of the Kate Moss collection. It's the Lasting Finish Kate lipstick. Oh, it's got a long name in 107. Those that are familiar with Zoella will know that this is one of her favourites. She swears by it, she wears it all the time, and it looks amazing on her. I think out of all of the shades that I've shown, this is probably the most red tone berry. A lot of them go more towards the purple side, whereas this is more of your redder tones. Again, it's matte, it wears quite nice. It is still quite comfortable, but it is matte, so it, you know, if your lips aren't in a good way, then this isn't going to be your friend. Yeah, I mean, as I can say, out of the 5 lipsticks, 3 of them are more moisturising. I've only got 2 matte ones, so just for me, personal preference, as I said before, I would normally use matte on a night out maybe. I don't think I've ever worn this during the day. They're really, really affordable as well. They are, you know, these are my top. They are my favourite that I've tried. I've tried so many berry lipsticks because for me they are such a winter staple. So you can wear them all year round, but for me they are winter staples. They're all very nice, very wearable. I would repurchase all of them. So these are the 5 that I've chosen. Again, in no particular order, but it just depends on how I'm going to wear them, what look I'm going for. You can go for something that is these 2 that can be slightly sheerer, or you can build them up, whereas these are more of your opaqueness, really full-on berry that you would like. So it just depends on your preference. I'm sure you've seen all of these before, there's nothing new, but as I said, I've got so many different ones. And I mean, I know I've got a high-end one here, but High Street do really great berry lips. I think it's one of the trends that they do very well, and so I don't think you need the typical MAC Rebel, to be honest. But it is nice. Obviously, if you want to splurge and you like it, then obviously go for it. Don't let me stop you. I'm sure I won't. There are some really great High Street available products. I hope you have enjoyed seeing what my top 5 berry shades are. I'm also going to be doing my top 5 red as well, which is going to be really interesting because they are I've got such a mix in that, so I hope you'll look forward to seeing. Remember to comment any of your favourite berry lipsticks that you like. I would love to try them out, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!